Okay, we're now working on Workbook Activity 2, North-South Map Legend, and you can see it right here, Lesson 2. So I'm going to go ahead and open Workbook Activity 2. And don't forget to come down here and click on the blue right here to take you to a nice new spreadsheet to work with. And let's go ahead and start by making our copy and copy our data into the worksheet. So I'm going to come over here. Remember, I stay in the box. So I'm kind of on the F of Fummel. And actually, before I go further, I want to make sure you guys see where we're going to paste this. So I'm going to drag this over here so you can see that Fummel shows up on row number 9. Okay, so that's where we're going to be pasting this, just to let you know. We're going to start, and that's why we'll be pasting on row number 9. So I'm going to come over here to Fummel, and I'm going to select Fummel. Notice I'm inside the cells as I do this. Control C. We talked about that in the last video. I'm going to come back over to here, and I'm going to come down here to row number 9, and that's where I'm going to paste. Control V. Okay, so we've done the first part. I'm going to come up here, and I'm just going to double click between these two. And I'm going to come over here and double click between those two. And you remember that from the previous class, as you saw, that automatically resized. When I have the double arrow there, I can press and hold the left mouse button and resize, or I can just double click and auto resize. I'm reminding you, sometimes auto resize does not give you what you wanted. Okay, now in the book, there's still a little bit more to type in. So what I want you to do at this point is go to the book and finish typing the stuff in. And I'll start in just a few minutes after I type the stuff in. Okay, you'll notice I did type in service centers for you already. I only typed it in once, so I got this stuff up here in. I only typed it in once here because what I'm going to do is save myself some effort. After typing in the word shopping, I'm going to then click somewhere else and then click on that cell and go. And we've used that fill button before, the little blue box. I'm going to press and hold the left mouse button down, and you see that dotted line. I'm going to release, and it's going to put that in for me. I'm going to click on the cell where I typed in the word dining, press and hold the left mouse button, games, press and hold the left mouse button. Okay, now there's a couple of things going on here. I notice that I've got like more than one color going on here, and I got more than one size of text going on here, and I want to fix that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here and I'm going to click on this box right here. It's to the left of the A and above the number 1. When I click on it, it selects my entire spreadsheet. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select a font size. 11's good. Default Arial is good. And oddly enough, I want to make everything black. If you look closely, you'll notice that the stuff you copy in from Canvas is not actually black. There we go. So now we've got it all looking very uniform, and we have all the key typing of this stuff put in. Great. So now we're going back to the textbook just to let you know where I'm at. And again, on mine, it actually says that I'm on page 16 of 89. And what does it tell me to do? It tells me the first thing to do is click in A2, change that date. You notice I'm changing it up here in the formula bar, 22. Good. Okay, select cell A1, format to bold, 22 point or 14 point. So select cell A1, format to bold, come right over here, and 14-point font. That was easy. Okay, select cell A2, format to italics. Feels like we just did this. Okay, next we're going to select cells A1 and B1 and merge and center align the text. Did they say A1 through B1? Yes, making sure I'm doing the right thing. So what I'm going to do here, I'm under VA here. I'm going to press and hold the left mouse button down, and I'm going to drag over to the B, to B1. You see now that you can see that line. I actually have 2 cells selected. I want to turn those 2 cells into a single cell. So I'm going to come over here, and this cell right here, you can see it said merge cells when I floated over it. Turn that into one cell, and now I'm going to center align those cells. Now I'm going to fix my spelling, S-O-U-T-H. So there. Hopefully you didn't make the same mistake. Okay, we're going to do the same thing. A2, going to press and hold the left mouse button down, drag over to this B2. You notice I'm in the center of the cell when I do this. The pointer of the cursor is always in the center of the cell as I do this. I'm going to merge those cells, turn it into a single cell, and then I'm going to center align. Okay, and that took us through step 6. Select rows 5 and 6 and center align the column titles. Okay, so I'm going to come over here and what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to click on the 5. I'm going to hold the shift key down and click on the 6 because sometimes you'll wind up dragging these around. It's just a little easier. Okay, we're going to come over here and we're going to center align those column titles. Did they want us to do anything else yet? No. Change the font color of the park department names in A8, B19. So I'm going to be selecting a bunch of cells here, okay? I'm going to come down here and I'm going to select A8. I'm going to hold the control key down. The control key is the key that says CTRL, and it's on the bottom right-hand corner of the keyboard. I'm going to click on Attractions. I'm going to click on A19, B19. Now I need to scroll, so I'm going to release the control key. I'm going to scroll the red mouse wheel so I can see these other things. I'm going to hold the control key down again and continue selecting these things right here. Just like that. Now we're going to change those to bold. And right here you see the A of the bar under it that we used to change the text color earlier. We're going to change these to red. Okay, that was the next step. Okay, and by the way, the textbook does say to hold that control key down to select the cells. Okay, next, fill the following cells of colors indicating by selecting. Okay, so we're going to come up here. We're going to click on cell A6. And we're going to go to the color fill, which is the paint bucket right here. By the way, you may need to click on these 3 dots to find some of these tools. Google does sort of move them around a little bit. So this one, we're going to go A6 is going to be blue. I'm going to go with a light blue down here. And B6 is going to be green paint bucket. And I went with that light blue. I'm going to go with a light green. There we go. Okay, what else does it tell us to do? Select cell M29, or correction, I'm reading this wrong, B29. So I'm going to scroll down here until I find cell B29, Mile High Pizza. Apparently, they're no longer in business, so we want to strike through. Now, 2 places. First off, you see an S if I strike through it right here, okay? That would work. If you don't see the S if the strike through, okay, what you'll do is you'll go to Format, Text, Strike Through. And there we did strike through. Okay, carefully proofread, and you are done. Literally, that was it. So now remember to go back and click on Submit, which yours would be right about here.